Welcome back, Guru Nation. Today what we're going to talk about is an underused tool that for your live scope, and you can see there she is making a whole lot of noise, a lot different than when she first started. Something that gets underutilized a lot, it is the simulator mode. Now, how can the simulator mode help you? Well, you can take everything that you've learned here on the channel, plug things into the simulator mode, and see those effects. Now, one thing I've noticed on the simulator mode, that the changes that when you make a change on the simulator mode, it doesn't quite emulate the changes that you'll make on the water, but it's still a good tool to be able to learn to make those changes and to kind of set your unit up and say, okay, this is what I like, this is what I don't like. And it also gives you a good idea of the picture that you're going to be striving to get on the water. So let's take a look at that real quick. All right, the way you get to this is go home, go to your main settings page. When you go to your main settings page, you'll hit settings and you'll get into system, scroll all the way down, and you'll see the simulator. Now, you may get a message saying all of the simulator won't work. That happened back at the 26th. They pretty much got it fixed. I haven't seen any effects, although my message still pops up from time to time. When you get into simulator, go to your sonar tab. Now, the cool thing about this is, disregard the depth. I have no idea why the depth does that. But if you go into the sonar tab, you can actually look at the old PS22. That's what this is showing right here. That's the precursor to the Livescope and the Livescope Plus unit. And you can take a look at a few different things. This is what bottom fill kind of looks like, but this is on the PS22. So the PS22 was actually a decent unit. It just was way before its time. There are some things that I wish they still had on there. I mean, this function right here, this forward 3D would be, I mean, it's pretty, the front view, that's pretty awesome. And then they have hit side view 3. I mean, this thing is awesome. I mean, that would have been really cool. It's almost like 360, but just a different version of it. If anybody could tell me what transducer does that, I would mind trying that out and looking at that. It looks pretty nifty, especially the history right here. This is pretty awesome. But there's so many other things that you can look at and try. But right now we're going to get into we're going to get into the Livescope. And when you get into the actual Livescope, on my particular unit, I do have the LVS 34 hooked up. So what the Livescope allows you to do is you can get in there and try things out without messing it up, knowing that, if you want to try, you can take a look at gain. And you'll notice I jack my gain up, and you'll see it brighten up. You'll see the artifacts appear. You can go down. Everybody knows pretty much that 65 to 68 is my number. You can play with depth ranges. You can play with many, many things. And when you do that, it allows you to test things out and try things out without messing things up. And so that is the good thing about the simulator mode. You can try to see if you like the grid lines on. You can see if you like the grid lines off. You can see that they set their color gain very, very low. I like mine up at the very minimum of 80. And you can see the effects of all these things. And when you see the effects of all these things, then you'll be able to see how you like to adjust it. And you'll also get to see what the perfect picture looks like. Because their picture on here is going to be really awesome. And you can see that I still do not like color limit, even on the simulator mode. It just looks a lot like Humminbird. And I'm not a Humminbird fan, I'm a Garmin guy. But it allows you to try and do some things without the fear of messing your unit up. So simulator mode is very, very valuable. It's a great tool. You can turn on bottom fields. You can turn on trails. There's so many other things. You see I turn off the grid overlay. You can take a look at that. You can turn off the beams. You can try different reverse ranges. And when you try different reverse ranges, find the ones you like. You can try to see what happens when you turn the noise rejects on high, low. It's just a great place to test it. And you can do it sitting in your driveway or in your garage, in your boat, playing with things and learning the effects of things. Now, granted, the effects are not as drastic as they will be on the water. Here you see me playing with the overlay data. The overlay data, you may say that, you know, I don't like the depth. Me, I don't even have the depth on my screen very normal, because I can just look to the left of the screen and see that we're in about 21 foot of water, and then I get more screen to use. So there's a lot of things you can try, a lot of things you can learn from this. And so I suggest that you get into the simulator mode, learn how to use it, and use it to practice making adjustments on the water. One thing I will tell you to notice is, notice the beam stitching is still evident even on the simulator mode. So guys, get in there and take a look at that. See if you like it, learn how to adjust it. There you go. All right, guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. Say hello. Say hi. Hi. Oh. Say oh no. Yum, 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 yum. Say ring the bell. Say bell. Say bell. Say bell. Baby. 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 Tell the camera. Say baby. Yum, 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 yum.